Happy New Year, gang, 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 gang. Hey, how are y'all doing today? I'm super excited about 2022. I feel like the last couple of years been in a little rut with COVID. I think that for me personally, I'm getting out of it. I'm getting back to my old self. I really want to travel more. So, with that being said, I am super excited about the upcoming year. I think a lot of things that me and my team have been building, I think it's coming to fruition in 2022. The crazy part, I've been saying that for a couple of years, but this year feels a little bit different. Who would have thought going into 2021 that I would even be talking about NFTs? So you never know what the future holds, and I'm super excited about 2022, and I hope that you are too. Today, I want to talk a little bit about our NFTs in a bubble. Now, I don't want to date myself, but I've been fortunate and unfortunate enough to be involved in some major boom and bust. One being back in '95 when I was in college, the dot-com boom. Um, I remember I was in the stock simulation class, and we had a stock contest with all of the people in my class, and I ended up winning it. Now, I wasn't like the super duper strategist, but I just kept buying I believe like Yahoo was like one of my best stocks. And I ended up it was like a 30-day contest with competition with all of the classmates, and I won it. Unfortunately, I didn't have any money to invest. Or maybe I did. I mean, I was kind of dumb back then buying tennis shoes and clothes and stuff like that. I wasn't really that focused. I mean, I knew I was supposed to be doing it, but you were too busy doing the dumb things, buying the clothes and stuff like that, and the tennis shoes and hats and all of that stuff. But anyway, I still didn't really have money like that to invest. Um, but with that being said, I mean, all of that stuff went up in smoke. Um, Literally any dot-com you could invest in. It wasn't even real companies. You can invest in it, and they were going, through the moon. And then next thing you know, all that came crashing down. So I saw that world back in 2001 around 9/11. There was like the recession and high interest rates. So you kind of experienced that. That was right around the time where I was just getting out of grad school. So I'm really dating myself now. You do the math, but I'm getting out of grad school, and like the year before, I think President Bush was the president. The year before, like I was getting all these interviews. I'm thinking I'm have my pick of the litter of where I'm going to work, and it didn't work out like that. I mean, for a while, I couldn't find a job. Before that, like I was getting flown out to different places and stuff like that. I couldn't find a job. So I've been through that. Um, you know, Having an undergrad degree, having a master's degree, coming out trying to find work, and when nobody hired me. Um, and then you got the '07, '08, the subprime crisis, the mortgage collapse. I mean, that was insane. Just seeing big companies like Lehman Brothers and Countrywide. At that time, I was just finishing up working with Fannie Mae, and a lot of those big boys were like my clients. Lehman Brothers, Countrywide, um, Morgan Stanley. I can't remember all the names, but to see like how big and successful those companies were, and then they went up in smoke. Um, and then personally, like I was burnt because I bought so many real estate properties. There was so much speculation going on back then, trying to flip new homes, trying to buy fixer uppers, foreclosures, certain things like that. Like um, at that time, man, the mindset was this is how you get ahead. I grew up poor, very poor, and my motivation was I eventually want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire by the time I'm 30. So how I'm gonna get that? And you're reading everything, and you're learning it's real estate, real estate, real estate. So I'm spending money on courses once again to learn it, and had a strategy. Things was going good, but then when that collapse happened, a lot of those properties I owned ended up turning out bad. So I got burnt there. Um, so fast forward like in 2009, around that time frame when crypto and Bitcoin was coming out, I was real skeptical of it because at the same time, what was my saving grace? Like, remember, I was day trading, I was investing in real estate, um, I was selling real estate, I was doing all the cool things, like, you know, but this business I had, this home care business, was my saving grace. Like, and it started out pretty bad. So that got me to kind of change my mindset. Like, I don't think getting rich quick really applies to me. For me, I got to build stuff. I got to create systems and processes. I got to build a team. And so that's where my mindset was taking me. Like, no more speculative things, no more stocks, no more real estate. I'm focusing on building business. That's how I'll make my money. So when Bitcoin and things came around, like, it's like, no, I'm not getting into that. So I missed the boat on that, especially initially. Then fast forward, a couple years ago, 2020, the pandemic. And I don't know about you. Well, probably we all kind of had the same mindset. We was thinking that the world might be ended. Um, I think we forget how crazy the pandemic and COVID and the shutdowns were. Like, literally, you couldn't do nothing. I mean, I was very fortunate to be in Miami, where now I was in a high rise, and that was annoying because literally all the amenities you were paying for you couldn't use. But um, it was crazy. You couldn't go anywhere. And I was lucky to be in Miami, and I literally can go outside, ride my bike, and I would see people on roller skates, on bikes, walking, being very active. So it was, I'm definitely fortunate to have been in that environment during that time. But still, like, the world changed. It changed a lot. Um, it, so many people out of work, so many businesses going under. Um, so, I've seen that too. So I've seen a lot of different things. So if you ask me, do I think NFTs about it? Is this just another trend, a fad? I'll hold that thought for a second. I want to show you guys a video. Let's see. Hopefully it works. I want to show you guys a video. And this is fair use for informational purposes. I hope this young man is okay with me playing his video, because I will honestly say he nailed it. Um, so definitely you check it out. Let me know what you think. And then I'll come back and share my thoughts on, do I think NFTs are in a bubble or not?
Are NFTs in a massive bubble? Recently, I made a video about the art collection Ether Rocks and how these NFTs are selling for millions of dollars. And after that video, one of my friends asked me, Chris, if you had $1 million liquid, would you buy one of those NFTs yourself? And as hard as it was for me to say, I said no. And the reason is I don't like hype. And NFTs right now are the definition of hype. When it comes to making money, the best time to invest is when there's no hype, when no one cares. That's when you get the best deals. And that goes for everything. Real estate, stocks, crypto, and even NFTs. And because of all this hype, it leaves me with the question, are NFTs in a massive bubble? And for my research, the answer is yes and no. Let's first talk about bubbles, because we often see bubbles when there's a new technology. An example would be the .com bubble in the 90s, or the crypto bubble back in 2017. But some people don't believe that NFTs are in a bubble at all, like the chief strategy officer at CoinShares. And she says that the surging non-fungible token market is not a bubble, but instead NFTs are a status symbol for a new class of consumers. Okay, now I'm gonna play devil's advocate and look at some of the indicators that have me concerned that we're possibly in an NFT bubble. Firstly, it's market makers. And here's what I mean by this when it comes to NFTs. Basically, you get a few people that have a lot of Ethereum. They then can bid up the price of NFTs until someone else buys it. At that point, the person that bought it is left holding a somewhat valueless NFT. And the person that bid up the price, who could also be the one that made the NFT, is left with a nice profit. An example of this is the insider trading that was happening at OpenSea. A few secret wallet addresses were buying front page drops before they were even listed. They then were selling them shortly after for a huge profit, and then the price would drop. Now, I know this is an extreme example, but it's similar to what we're talking about. Artificially inflated NFT prices. Another factor that concerns me is the amount of new wallet addresses that are buying NFTs. Now, if we look at nonfungible.com and looking at this first graph, which is the total amount of US dollars spent on NFTs, we can see sales starting to decline. And it's the same with this graph, which shows the amount of unique wallet addresses that have bought or sold NFTs. Basically, the trend is starting to slow. But if we look at these graphs in a different perspective, we could see that over the long term, NFTs are making nicer upswings and gaining more and more participants. But now for the moment of truth, with all of those factors in mind, am I personally investing into NFTs? The answer is no. For right now, I'm choosing to sit on the sidelines of NFT investing, mainly ones that use Ethereum. And this is for the simple reason that I do think we're in some form of a bubble. I mean, how sustainable are these 1,000%, 2,000%, even 10,000% returns? Could these high NFT prices be an inflection point for the overall market? There's a lot of questions that I've yet to get answers for. But I'm very interested in Solana, Tezos, and Cardano NFTs because they seem like they have much more room to grow. This is because they're more affordable and they're much more accessible for widespread adoption. Not to mention that since NFTs have been dominated by Ethereum, these NFTs on other blockchains have the potential to grow significantly in value. And just an example of how we're already seeing this happen is that Doja Cat released her own NFT collection using Tezos because it's much more environmentally friendly. And that news alone drove up the price of Tezos and is bringing much more attention to Tezos NFTs. And bubble or not, I see a lot of potential for NFTs that have utility. Some examples would be like VFriends, which is Gary V's NFT that gives you exclusive access and certain perks like going garage sailing with Gary himself. Also gaming NFTs like Axie Infinity or Zedrun, which is the NFT horses. I like these because both the gaming industry and the NFT industry are growing at an accelerated rate. So gaming NFTs are the best of both worlds and have a very strong case for continuing to grow in value. But while all NFTs might not make good investments, we have to think big picture here. NFTs stand apart from other luxury items like bags, shoes, and watches because you can use NFTs as collateral in the crypto financial market. And here's a quote that really stuck with me. The global market for luxury goods is absolutely massive. NFTs are a digital flex and status symbol for a new class of consumers. But unlike traditional markets of wealth and status, they're open to anyone, anywhere, with verifiable scarcity. So NFTs aren't worth completely writing off, but they are worth more research. Maybe you check out Cardano, Tezos, or Solana NFTs, or maybe Polygon NFTs, which are available on OpenSea, or even the somewhat new fractionalized versions of NFTs. Because even though we might be in a bubble, I still see so much potential for this technology and a lot of opportunity for entrepreneurship. I also want to mention that this is not financial advice, and you've always got to do your own research before making any investment decisions. With that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching.
That was awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome. So I can't wait till I'm doing live shows because I would love to know what you guys think and be able to interact with you one-on-one and as a group. We'll get there. We'll get there. For now. So yeah, no, I feel a lot of what he was saying. I don't like hype. All of those points I was making about, you know, those moments where everyone should be buying during the .com and the real estate, and what ended up happening to someone like me, like you get burned. And I see NFTs kind of having that same go along those same lines, right? Because even when I first started learning about NFTs, it was all about hype, man, getting this project, getting that project. And I've seen some projects, man, that have had like hundreds of thousands of people in their community. Um, they're backed by some, some big names, and the projects went to shit, and people lost a lot of money. I've seen professional artists come, and everybody wants that piece. The pieces come out, um, and they lost a lot of money. So I think aspects of NFTs that buy low, try to get in, flip, try to get in with the big names. I think that is the potential bubble. But as he stated in the video, no, NFTs have a lot of potential because you can take um, something and put it in that format, an NFT in a digital format, and create so much value, so many experiences for people. So I think that once the hype dies down, um, we're going to really, really see the true benefits of NFTs. But in terms of like having to get with the most the hottest project and do this and this and that, yeah, no, I think you may want to stay away from that. You want to get with a project that, as he stated, has a lot of utilities, where not only you're buying that piece of art, it actually comes with some tangible benefits, not even just in the virtual world, but in the physical world as well. And then I just think, it needs to slow down a little bit. And I talked to you a little bit about the bar game project, that I started. Um, when my project first came out, I was a little discouraged that it didn't take off as fast as I thought it should. But then I really started processing. I'm like, nah, man, this is a good thing. You know, we're in it for the long haul. So, and some of the things that we're building, it's going to take a little bit of time. So if, the if the growth can be maintained, see, some of the problems with some of these projects is they take off too fast and they can't manage it. And to their defense, I mean, they're making a shitload of money, and they're like, man, hell, I ain't got time for this. I'm out. And so therefore they make their money, and the community and the people that holding the art is left holding the bag. And that's why I've seen a lot of these projects just kind of fizzle away and just go away. And that's a lot of money left on the table. So I think good projects create win-wins for people if the individuals that started the project, if the community, they all see the value in, hey, if we are in this together, if we are behind the roadmap, the business plan, the art, um, we can create real value for each other over and over again. And then that's not even included the utilities. As the utilities kick in, not only are you have the potential to sell your art for more than what you purchased it for, you have a project like mine. Like, one of the things that we want to do is create a royalty sharing program where, as we grow, uh, as we reach more milestones, we're sharing that money back into the community. Then in addition, we give away IP rights, so you can use your collectible to be the cover of your business or be the cover of your bar, your restaurant. So you really, really want to be a part of projects that have some sustainable long-term growth, that are building brands, that when you see that brand, when you see the Bored Ape Yacht Club, it stands for something, and not just one of these projects where they get they get on the hype train, everybody gets in, and the next thing you know, you haven't heard anything from them. That's the bubble part. So yeah, for the most part, like I said, I don't think it's a bubble. I think NFTs are in, this thing is going to be around for a long time. I think damn near every business is going to have an NFT strategy, and that's where I come in. Um, and I think you, as the individual person getting into NFTs, just take your time. Like, I like what that guy said in the video. Like, I'm not touching it right now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let it kind of play out and see how this goes. And from my experience, I gotta believe and kind of follow that same strategy. Now, I went a different route. I actually created a collection, and I'll talk a little bit more about why I did that in upcoming shows. One thing you'll learn about me is that I'm all about ownership. I own a lot of different businesses. Things haven't taken off like I wanted to yet, but the potential is there, and that's why I'm so optimistic about 2022. So let me wrap up. I wanted to talk a little bit about there was an article I read about they said money has never felt as fake. I think I'm gonna talk about that on the next couple shows. I don't know if I'll do it the next one or the one after that, but because it kind of ties into this, but I won't talk about that right now. For now, I will kind of leave you guys with go to BBT Apparel and pick up an can y'all see me? Unemployable shirt. BBT Apparel is in the comments. And then also go to bargangnft.com. That's bargangnft.com. You can mint you a bar game. I keep saying game. It's not game. Bar gang. Gang gang. You can mint you a bar gang collectible for 0.85 ETH. So let's see. I sold everything. Oh, and then Happy New Year once again. And when this show drops, I'm going to do $100 ETH, not $100 giveaway, but it's going to be in Ethereum. So the rules are it's going to be $100 giveaway. You're going to have to like and the like the post that I'm gonna post about this giveaway. You're gonna have to retweet it. You're gonna have to tag 3 people, and then you have to join the Discord, and you're going to have to show proof with a screenshot that you followed those steps. I think I'm gonna do like 48 hours for the winner. It'll kind of be a random. Usually when I do these contests, a lot of people enter. So usually we pick the winner at random. So definitely check out a Twitter page, Bar Gang NFT, my personal page, Brian B. Turner. No, Brian B. Turner. Yeah. And look for that tweet, retweet it, join the Discord, tag people, and post a screenshot showing that you follow the instructions for your chance to win. So thank you. Happy New Year. I wish you guys peace and blessing. And really, really for 2022, I hope we all stop being so damn selfish and working together and building communities. And that's what makes NFT so great. If you go slow and you build a strong community, everybody can win. I'm out. The Chief. Peace.